So hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Frankie's Fixes, where I endeavour to solve your design dilemmas. Now, if you have a room or a space that you're struggling with and you'd like me to fix it for you, then just head to the link in my bio. This week I am looking at Kelly's hallway over in Ireland.
Hi, my name is Kelle. For better or for worse, I married an Irishman. I live in the Irish countryside. And this room is the entryway and where we put shoes and jackets. It just feels very unfinished. And we definitely want to add wainscoting. We want to be bold or interesting with the color. And overall, we're just not sure how to elevate it. So I would love your help. Thank you.
So as we can see from Kelly's video, she's got this really great size hallway. Now, hallways are really important. People often slightly neglect them when they're doing up their houses because they're sort of practical, and it's where you have to put the boots and the shoes and the coats and the dog leads and the bags, and they just become a kind of dumping ground. But I think what people forget is that they are the room that you walk into when you enter a home, so it really sets the feel and the atmosphere of the home and the interiors. So, what I have started off with first is the colour. Now, I'm delighted to say that she said she wanted a bold colour, because me, I like bold colours, and I've gone for Marrakesh by Fenwick and Tilbrook. And it is a really good colour for kitchens, but it's also a really good colour for hallways because it's cosy and warm and welcoming, but it's not too bright. It's subtle in the sense that it's sort of slightly muted, but it is very atmospheric, and it will work really well because it's a nice big room and it can carry it. Now, she has a radiator. I'm not a fan of sort of looking at radiators. So I've chosen this radiator cover, which you can get from all sorts of places. And you can get them ready painted, or as it shows in the mood board, you can get them untreated, which basically means you can paint them. So what I suggest she does is she covers the radiator. I'm doing the practical things first. She covers the radiator and paints it the same color as the walls in the Marrakesh. I also suggest that she color drenches the whole hallway, the doors, the skirting, and the cornicing if there is, and the door frames. I know what I'm saying, all the other bit, because also it will just really bring the room together. And people feel funny about colour drenching, but it is a very simple way of decorating. It's easier because you don't have to tape all the different bits to get the white or the different colours, but it has a very stylish and it's encompassing. Then she said she'd like wainscoting, which again, as you know here, I have lots of paneling around the house. So I've chosen this sort of slightly Georgian looking paneling. This is going to go halfway up the wall, and it will really make the room have more of a feature where it sort of could look quite boxy with just a load of doors off it. It makes it into more of a room. Then I've chosen a really nice rug from Daals, a bit like a massive doormat, practical, but brings the room together, makes it feel homey. It's got a nice scalloped edge and a bit of a red stripe, which I'll come back to later. And then this really lovely sideboard. So what I noticed in her video, which is not uncommon because we all do it, there's like a little shoe rack, there's coats hanging up on the hook, there's a pile there, there's a pile here. It's really good, especially if you've got a large hallway, to have a kind of sideboard or console table, which I've even have a console table which is open and put baskets in it. Love a basket. Or if you've got the space to have a bit more of a bigger piece of furniture, like this lovely sideboard with cupboards, you can hide all your shoes and gubbins in there. And then also you have a really nice worktop. And then you have the little mini version of the cupboard, which is like a little Ottoman footstool boxing, which would be great to put more stuff in. The boots that you're not using at the moment, so not the ones that you want to open and get old. So let's say you put your winter hiking boots in there and then you switch them over into the cupboard and vice versa. Also a nice little place to sit if you need to tie your shoelaces up. But again, put some nice cushions on it and just soften that whole space. Now, what I suggest is as she goes into the hallway, you've got the larger piece on the left-hand side. Then she's got the radiator cover, which is slightly off-center to the right by the door. So put the little box there so it kind of mirrors. The rug in the middle. Always good to lay the rug in the direction of the room. So basically the longer side of the rug mirrors the longer side of the room. Then I've also put, because you know I like doing this, I put some curtains over the doorway. I actually saw the other day that there's a whole trend for doorway curtains. I've been doing it for donkey's years, partly because it stops the draft. More than anything. There is a practical reason, but also it just softens it. You know, doors don't always look that attractive from behind, you know, like a lot of us. And therefore it's a really nice way when you're in the room and it's nighttime to draw the curtains, and it makes the hallway nice and cozy and looks lovely and luxurious. And these are really nice sort of mocha chocolate velvet curtains. I think they're also double backed, which is great. So they will stop the draft, from Anthropologie. Then above the sideboard, I've got a lovely mirror. It's again a brown, so I'm going for browns and earthy colours. All very, I try to avoid trends, but very of the moment, but also very classic and will last for a long time. And it's that thing about colours coming round, it's cyclical, and I think what we want at the moment is these sort of earthy colours because they're comforting and warm. And then as a pop of colour, these really lovely kind of green marbly looking lamps from Pooky. Now these are also battery operated lamps. So I did see she has a socket, but sometimes when you want two sort of symmetrical lamps, it's quite difficult to get the thing to go to the other thing. We haven't got another plug socket, whatever. So these battery operated lights are great for that. And it means you can move them around the house and try them in other rooms when you want to do that as well. I have also taken the liberty of changing her wall lights because I just didn't think they worked. They might work, but I've just chosen these very simple, elegant wall lights, which actually could be indoor or outdoor. You can put them externally as well, from Pooky. They're just very simple lanterns, and they kind of mirror the rectangles in the paneling, but also the rug and the sort of shape of the sideboard. And then I've picked out a few of her lovely pictures. She's got lots of lovely pictures on little shelves around the wall in the hallway. I get rid of those shelves and actually hang the pictures. And I just think to rearrange those above the radiator cover and the little footstool would look really nice, and then have the mirror above the big sideboard with the lamps either side and maybe some nice ornaments. Then she has a little shrine on the left-hand side of the little white back door. Paint that door Marrakesh as well. So that's really lovely. Keep that, put a nice big plant there so it's all sort of calming, really nice place to be at the shrine. And then in the other corner, next to the ottoman, I've put a big chair. If you've got a big hallway, put a big chair in it. Perfect, you can sit there, chat while people come in. It can be another room, it can be somewhere to put your shoes on while someone's sitting on the box thing. It's just really comforting and warm. Never underestimate having chairs in kitchens and hallways if you can fit them. They will be used so much. And this is a lovely one from Daals, and it's got this nice sort of slightly ticking stripe, which you know is a reoccurring theme in my designs. And it kind of picks up the stripe in the rug, and it's in this sort of rusty stripe. You could have like a nice big velvet chair, which if you've got loads of small children and dogs might be more practical, but I just like the sort of freshness of this. And then I've chosen this really lovely cushion, which I also have, from Dunelm, and just put that. So it's all bringing in the browns, the mocha, the kind of pinks, the rusts from the lampshades, the greens, and creating this really warm, cozy hallway. And then closing the curtains at night. It's a hallway which is functional. You've got plenty of storage and somewhere to sit during the day. And then in the evening, you've actually got an extra room. So now, having done the design scheme and the mood board, the team, with the help of artificial intelligence, are going to create Kelly's room reveal for her hallway, so she can envisage what it would look like. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's Frankie's Fixes and that you liked Kelly's hallway transformation. And don't forget, if you have a room or a space that you're struggling with and you'd like me to fix it for you, then just head to the link in my bio. And don't forget to subscribe. Here, here, or here on the Ladybird.